Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I got something ringing in this room and I don't know what it is. So you know how we got all these electronics now, and sometimes there's just these dings that go off and you don't know what they are. I'm sitting here listening for it to see what it is. Now it's the same, it's not this sound, because this is the sound of my Zippo lighter that I was given by Johnny from the UK when I was at XRP. Johnny and his wife from the UK at XRP Las Vegas. This annoys everybody. Johnny, if you're listening out there, this even annoys my wife. Sometimes I'll pick this up while we're watching TV at night and she'll say, "That is so annoying, stop doing that." Johnny from the UK, he and his wife took the time to go get me a Zippo lighter and engrave it with some different things that I say. And so I can't just stop flicking the thing. I mean, that wouldn't be cool. Okay, want to remind everybody, I got a notification linked to my sponsor, linqto.com. They added Ripple private equity back onto the platform today. I don't know if it's been there for a while, but they added it back on today. All right, just so you know. Okay, moving along, here is Ripple X.
Sentiment itself is a crypto market intelligence.
This is Suzanne, business development at Sentiment
platform, which has been around since 2017, and we help investors and other market participants to understand market cycles and how they should be behaving in certain phases of the market cycle. We analyze over 2,800 crypto assets. Then when it comes to social data, we analyze 8 different social media platforms, including Telegram, X, Reddit, 4chan, and Bitcoin Talk, and so on. The one reason that everyone should be using Sentiment is to really understand what is going on behind the crypto curtains, see the collective 360 market overview, and make informed decisions. You can have all the data in front of you, but if you don't know how to use it or apply it or what it means, then it's useless.
All right, they're doing these little videos every once in a while. Speaking of little videos, I want to say, this is how you know if you've been around for a while. There was a guy, he used to be really big. I don't even know, I haven't even heard anything from him in a long time. But he went by Modern Investor, and he wasn't really in the XRP community. He kind of just did his videos, and he wasn't like active, I don't think, on X. But I think this is a clip from him, and I think it's recent. Let me see. That was a pretty recent tweet by the Black Swan Capitalist. So this is Modern Investor apparently covering an article or something.
I can totally foresee a 10, 15, and I'll dare even say an $18 XRP.
All righty then. Check this out. Financial Times, drug traffickers chose to launder money through Citigroup because they believed the bank was more favorable and had less robust fraud controls, the DEA officials said. So this is from today. Well, this, according to Elizabeth Warren, remember, she told us that that just happens in crypto. That's why she has to shut down crypto.
I'm so curious what was going through your mind when you heard Jamie Dimon's response.
Look, when Jamie Dimon and I are in exactly the same place, it's because we have a serious problem in this country.
JP Morgan says it has reached an agreement in principle to settle the Jeffrey Epstein sex predator litigation with the U.S. Virgin Islands with a payout of $75 million. The settlement ends a bruising episode in which each side accused the other of enabling Jeffrey Epstein's abuses and led to a series of embarrassing disclosures of relationships that high-ranking bank officials at the time had with Epstein himself, including one former executive who frequented Epstein's private island.
And that is a part of the financial system is being used by terrorists, by drug traffickers, by rogue nations. in order to launder money, move money through the system, and finance their illegal activities.
Investigators in Philadelphia are searching a cargo ship captured in what's being called one of the biggest drug busts in U.S. history. Some 17 tons of cocaine has been recovered, worth more than $1 billion on the street. Officials tell CBS News there might be another 30 tons on board on top of what they've already found.
Seized on a ship owned by J.P. Morgan. You see how this works, folks. Then here's a little more hypocrisy. This is you at the SEC. We charged Consensus Software with engaging in unregistered offer and sale of securities through MetaMask staking, which would be 2.0, with the operation and operating as an unregistered broker. So I asked the SEC, are you going to sue over Joseph Lubin's token foundry as well? This would be pre the merge. This is the stuff where the real bodies are buried. Are you going to sue over that? Because they had a token foundry where they were, and I said, as well, or is that too close to Hinman?
And token foundry, token launch services, where we can either issue an investor token or one of those consumer utility tokens that Bill Hinman of the SEC said wouldn't be deemed securities if you structure the token properly and if you market it properly. So you don't market it in huge quantities to speculators. Yep.
The SEC and Consensus and all their buddies, they had an unholy SEC, Consensus, and other Enterprise Ethereum Alliance and all those people. They had an unholy alliance, and they don't want you to know about it. That's why they're not focusing on anything before the merge. Stablecoin giant Circle has acquired an EMI license from French regulators to issue EURC and USDC in the European Union in compliance with MICA. And then Anthony Welfare from today, you can only trade USDC and PYUSD, which is PayPal stablecoin, in the Uphold European account. MICA is now in force and only regulated and EMI licensed companies can issue. Look at this, Eleanor Terrett. The government is using Coinbase as a custodian. The government is also suing Coinbase for being a custodian. Today, it was a division of the Justice Department, the U.S. Marshal Service, which is responsible for asset forfeiture, has chosen to partner with Coinbase to provide custody for its large cap digital assets. Meanwhile, they're getting sued for the same thing. This is a crazy, crazy world we live in, folks. Now, probably the biggest, and this has everything to do with crypto at this point, folks. The same people, whether you like it or not, whether you like Trump or hate Trump, bottom line is this: Operation Choke Point 2.0 has been being run and continues to be being run by Joe Biden, Gary Gensler, and Senator Warren and her plants that she's put in the White House to crack down on crypto for her banker friends, okay? And that's the fact, Jack. So there's only one option, and that's to get rid of all of them. Vote John Deaton, vote Trump, whatever you have to do to get rid of them, because these people want to kill crypto, and it's as simple as that. I think it's far worse what they're trying to do than just kill crypto. I think we have been watching for probably 5+ years an attempted coup in every way that they can do it. Today, we had a very important Supreme Court ruling.
In reading through this opinion, I can't see how this doesn't induce cardiac arrest with the special counsel. At one point in the opinion, they say, look, this is a quote, the indictment's allegations that Trump attempted to pressure the vice president to take particular acts in connection with his role with the certification proceeding thus involve official conduct. And Trump is at least presumptively immune from prosecution for such conduct. The court then goes on to say that the burden, of course, is on Jack Smith. He has to show that this does not pose any intrusions into the executive branch. And the court says that that this, quote, may well hinder the president's ability to perform his constitutional functions. So here the court is imposing a very significant burden on Jack Smith when this goes back to the judge. We talked about how this trial judge has proven to be very favorable towards Jack Smith. She's certainly been motivated to try to get a trial before the election. But the court here is giving much more clear lines than some people expected. They're saying that there is a presumption here that you have to deal with. The burden is high, and the court indicates that it may view this as something that could hinder a president's authority.
Trey, the Biden campaign clearly is indicating that they think this is a loss, at least in the way they wrote that statement that Dana read. I want to just read for 1 second about the dissent from Justice Sotomayor, who writes the dissent with Kagan and Jackson. Today's decision to grant former presidents criminal immunity reshapes the institution of the presidency. It makes a mockery of the principle foundational to our Constitution and system of government that no man is above the law. Whatever happens, as you read through this decision, it does expand the power of the executive. It is pretty consequential if we look at it big picture, Trey.
Well, I always think it was consequential. I mean, who else has plenary pardon power? Who else can order the killing of an American citizen overseas? It's always been the president. So presidents have always enjoyed powers that the rest of us do not. I read that dissent as just, they must not have read the majority opinion, because the majority opinion is pretty simple. Unofficial acts have no immunity at all. Official acts, there is immunity. We're going to presume that it was official.
All right, so in DAIXRP.com, we're going to show you just how bad it all really is. I mean, the people, the people that are doing this. I mean, we're talking about at this point, this is a good versus evil situation, folks, and we're going to get into it. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment, and it also has to do with everything, including the 2008 financial crisis, everything we're talking about in crypto. It's all on the line, folks. Let me do that again. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that away we go.